This is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's first major Hebrew interview since Israel's war with Iran escalated. In this exclusive, he shares never before heard details about Israel's strikes on Iran, the mission to free hostages, and the larger war that's unfolding in the Middle East. We've translated the most important parts. What you're about to hear is more than a policy update. It's a historic declaration from the leader of the Jewish state. Netanyahu says the following: I said it on the second day of this war. We are going to change the face of the Middle East. Now, we are doing exactly that. But it's bigger than that. We are changing the world. This isn't just a war against Hamas. It's a war against the source, the regime that created them. Iran, the Islamic Republic, is the head of the snake. It is the empire of evil in our time. They armed Hamas, they fund Hezbollah, they've propped up Assad's dictatorship, they control militias in Iraq, they send drones to the Houthis in Yemen. They are not just Israel's enemy, they are the engine of chaos in the Middle East. And they have one goal: destroy Israel. If we had waited, they would have succeeded. They were building nuclear weapons, ballistic missiles, a regional death grip. We had to act. So we did. We are dismantling their capabilities permanently. What Israel did in 5 days had been in the making for 5 decades. We crippled Iran's nuclear program, eliminated their top scientists, destroyed missile production sites, opened an aerial corridor straight into Iran, targeted and removed their military leadership. They replaced commanders. We eliminated their replacements. They hid uranium stockpiles underground. We found them. They planned in secret. We listened, we watched, we struck. This wasn't random. It wasn't spontaneous. It was the culmination of everything we've prepared for over 40 years. I said it in 2012. Iran is the greatest threat to the Jewish people since Nazi Germany. I tried to act back then, but I didn't have the support. Not in our defense establishment, not in Washington. So we waited. We prepared. And after October 7th, we moved. We took on Hamas. Then we turned north to Hezbollah. And finally to Iran. This was never about one front. It was about all of them. We will bring back our hostages, every last one of them. Their faces are before me every day. Their families speak with me. They cry, they plead, and I promise them, we will not rest, we will not stop until they're home. Hamas is part of the Iranian axis. Freeing our hostages means breaking that axis completely. One of the most critical decisions I've ever made was the order to eliminate Nasrallah. He wasn't just a leader of terror. He was the operational backbone of Iran's strategy. Once he was gone, everything started to unravel. Assad's regime weakened, the Iranian proxies scattered, and in desperation, Iran accelerated its nuclear program. That's when we saw it. They weren't just enriching uranium, they were moving to weaponize it. Uranium is gunpowder, but weaponization, that's the bullet. They were building the bomb, and that was the red line. I gave the order, we strike now. We hit their labs, their nuclear sites, their missile stockpiles, and their top engineers. We didn't ask for permission. We didn't issue a warning. We acted. This isn't just strategy. This is personal. My father, Benjamin Netanyahu, was a historian. He lived to the age of 100. At his final public appearance, he said, "The Jewish people must stop the threat from Iran, and we can." That was his message to me, and I carry it every single day. And then there's my brother, Yoni. He died rescuing Jews at Entebbe. He taught me some moments demand everything. They don't come twice. You act or you regret. When I gave the order, I knew what was at stake. Thousands of rockets, massive retaliation, global pressure, uncertainty. But I also knew this. If we didn't act now, we might never get another chance. As the strikes unfolded, something else happened. The people of Israel stood together. In Gaza, our soldiers fight with unmatched courage. In Iran's skies, our pilots fly with precision and honor. In bomb shelters, our civilians endure with faith and pride. One of my aides, a young woman, she used to work in my office. Today, she's a navigator flying missions over Tehran. She gives hope to Iranian women and fear to their oppressors. That's who we are. We are a miracle nation. We are a 3,500-year-old story that refuses to end. We are not going anywhere. Israel Chai. I speak with Arab leaders across the region. They tell me you are fighting our war too. And they're right, because if Iran's regime falls, peace can rise. More nations will join the Abraham Accords. The Middle East will enter a new era. To the people of Israel, this is your strength, your courage, your moment. We are not here because of luck. We are here because of faith. We are here because of sacrifice. We are here because of destiny. There is no substitute for victory. There is no going back. There is only forward. And with God's help, we will win, we will endure, and we will stand forever.